Now, this will be a free speech on the philosophy of Megin Runar. Modern New Age environment says runes fine, Nazis is bad. Runes are great, but Germanic Nazism is bad. So let me explain. Anyone who uses runes consciously, and let's remember that it was mocked upon in Scandinavia. Historically, Odin was attested as the user of runes, and Loki mocked him that only fags use runes. So there were people that were entitled to use runes, and the rest that used the runes that weren't authorized to use them or just needs rasrags, feminized boys. So, if you are acknowledging the concept of Hamramir, that is strength through conquest, that means that killing, raping, expanding, and basically exterminating your enemies is the spirit of the Germanic tribes. It is the idea of what the Vikings used. It is not being nice, polite, and using runes to cast your divination purposes or whatever. It is basically expansion through conquest. You gather strength by conquering yourself within your inner gigantomachia or out there, conquering the world. So the Germanic Nazism, what did it do? It was exactly written into this concept of Hamramir, strength through conquest. What did Hitler and the High Command done? Question yourself. Now, the majority of the Germanic Nazis was Judeo-Christian. The Folksist idea was a minority. The neo-pagan was a minority. The Vril movement was a minority. Now, Germanic magic, shadow witches, the great mothers, great silent mothers, very conservative and deaf. So, if you want to deal with Germanic magic or Alpine magic, and I have slight experience with it by dealing with it in Silesia. Still, the witches, the dead witches, the shadow witches treat Silesia as a part of Germany, no matter whether Poles moved in or not. So, the territories that were belonging to given tribes for centuries have the dead and spirits that are living in those territories and treat them as their own. Whether the human mortal invaders go left and right does not matter. Now, let me be clear about one thing. Germanic magic. Think about Romans and the Teutoburg forest. Now, if you encounter those priesthoods of Woden that are cutting up those Roman soldiers alive, degutting them, hanging them upside down, wondering how does a Roman walk? Let's cut it up alive. Let him see. Why is he screaming so much? Is his arms, weaponry, superior, possessing of some weird Irmensul? Let's degut him and divine from his gut, while the Roman soldiers was screaming out of pain and torture, right? So I never understood why there is the tendency of whitewashing witchcraft and traditional ways in some new age bollocks and some Wiccan niceties and so on. That's not witchcraft. And when it comes to civilized magic or theurgy, I would direct those people to, for example, theurgy, Neoplatonism, Middle Neoplatonism, the Pan-Hellenic schools, the mysteries of the Mediterranean, because by and large, the Germanic and Scandinavian tribes, they weren't that nice, like you imagine. And we are living in civilized times, but remember that you are tapping into resources that are centuries old. And because they are centuries old, that means you are going into those currents. And if you have no idea why are you becoming aggressive or perhaps having some serial killer or sadistic or cruel, ruthless intent, then don't touch it. If you want to walk with the Saturnian solar Schwarze Sonne without entitlement, you may achieve nothing, or if you start achieving something, you'll be quickly screwed. You'll be destroyed. Your mind will be subject of it. So, the middle path is without authorization, you don't walk. Do you get the authorization from some Runar masters, self-proclaimed idiots? No. You get them either from the gods or from the spirits, either from the shadow world or from the underworld. Now, there are many self-professed idiots that will teach you that they'll initiate you into this or that or teach you this or that. They are imbeciles, reconstructionists, playing fucking pagan metaphysicians. So the best initiations are from the other side. And if things start walking, you'll know they start walking because you will experience it directly. And you'll experience it like a hammer going through your fucking head. And if you gather yourself and gather wisdom from it, understanding, and some notion of insight, then that's the point for you. You win your little victory in this chaotic, turbulent world. But otherwise, you're just a kid meddling in magic, nothing else. And magic is dangerous if you don't know how to handle it. For the people that really experience it, not for the dabblers, not for the delicate occultists, not for the librarians, not for the new age witches and all that. No, for people that have raw power underneath it all that strikes them through the bones, the marrow, the brains, the skin, the muscles. And if things go wrong, if things get very cruel and ruthless, you know it works. If you survive, you gather wisdom. If you don't, you're destroyed and you can go pray to a fucking Jesus the Jew. Whatever. So, I hope it is explained succinctly. Thank you.